Welcome back, everybody. This is part 4 of my Halo Combat Evolved Let's Play. This is Mission 7, the library, which is infamous for being stressful for a lot of people. And on your first couple playthroughs, I can absolutely understand that. Even if you've been playing it for years, it can be stressful. I've been playing it for about 20-something at this point, however old Halo 1 is. So I know a lot of the ways that you can kind of work around and make it a little bit less stressful on you. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of display that for you. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here and you are going to try to aggro these enemies over here. As soon as they are triggered, you want to go ahead and toss a grenade at this wall over here and then do a cheeky little grenade jump. But be mindful of everything behind you. You do need your shields to come back, so you don't want too many of them still lingering around, or that's going to be difficult for you. And then what you want to do is go ahead and throw a grenade right at your feet and then run forward and crouch, and you can jump up here. And just like that, you can skip the entire first fight of this mission. You're going to want to come in through here. Toss a grenade out. You need to get close enough to Guilty Spark to actually get him to pay attention to you. Once he starts talking, you can move forward again. Come back the way you just came. Bang a left out here and continue. And you have skipped that part of the fight as well. And you'll know you have done it right if enemies do start to spawn on you. If not, you might have done something wrong. But Guilty Spark is right here. So I actually got lucky. So I managed to avoid the enemy spawn right there, but still get Guilty Spark to follow me. So that's pretty much as well as that part can go. That was really good. You gotta hang out for a minute. Now normally you would be getting swarmed. Well, he says wait for a minute. But because we managed to skip that little section right there, we didn't spawn any enemies, and we are safe and good to go. I'm going to bang a right out of here. Now, I want you to notice on the floor, if you look at the ground, those arrows, those were added in the anniversary graphics to help people not get lost. So if you're on your first time playthrough, remember to play in the new graphics, and you will have a much less stressful time. I'm gonna come down here, get yourself an overshield. I really don't recommend even attempting this level without the overshield. I did burn a good chunk of it just there, but you're good. We still got 1.5 times shield. Or 1.5 times overshield. Alright. One enemy here with the shotgun rounds is pissing me off. I'm gonna keep over here. Now, moving around and about. Now, I will say that if you're new to Halo, understand that the little flood forms, they're the flood. Nothing else is the flood. They're just flood-infected forms. So they're corpses that have been revitalized by the flood. Those little things running around, these are the only things that are actually the flood. So if you're playing through this mission, if you don't kill all of them, they will bring bodies back to life. So if you feel like enemies are just endlessly spawning on you, you're probably leaving way too many of those still floating around, and you're not clearing them out, which is allowing enemies to just continue to endlessly spawn. You do need to eliminate as many of the small enemies as you can, or the bodies are going to keep getting up. And there are, if I remember correctly, 4 levels to this, so that was level 1. The 4th level is not too bad, though. The 4th level is essentially just grab the index. Try not to trigger the big forms if you can help it. They're going to do it, of course. But just try to be mindful of where they're located. Because they're just going to, like that, you just saw a body get back up. That's because there's still small flood form running around. So again, if you feel like you're like, how are so many enemies spawning? You're probably not eliminating enough of the flood forms. We're going to keep moving through. We're going to essentially do the same thing here that we just did on the first floor, Except this time we don't need to grenade jump to get to it. You're going to get right up here and just be very careful. Don't go too far to the left because you'll just slide off. But crouch jump up and over. Stay a little bit to the right so that things get triggered. Crouch jump up and over. Stay a little bit to the right. There you go. You got that checkpoint so you know you're doing it right. Stay a little to the right. Keep going. Now, if you go all the way over there, there's a little secret area, but there's nothing really to gain from being in that spot. And also, if 343 Guilty Spark is following you like this, then again, you know you've done the right thing. Now, you can, I think, grenade jump onto that ledge and then climb through. But I don't think it fully matters until Guilty Spark is there with you anyway, so I'm not going to waste time doing that. So I'm actually going to let them hit me because I don't want to alert any of the other enemies that I'm nearby. I'm just going to kind of melee. I don't want to fire actual bullets and wake up any of the other enemies. Alright, and if you're ever stuck, he always heads the right way. Sometimes he'll loop, but not counting that, he always heads the right way. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Well, again, be aware of your surroundings. Now, you won't know based on medals if you killed the small flood forms. They don't award those, which is probably good because if you threw a grenade into a pile of them, you would constantly have a Kill-tacular or something, Kilimanjaro. Would make the game pretty fucking easy, to be honest. But thank you. Alright, I think... Yep. That was on me. I was about to say, I think the rocket launcher guy is right around the corner over here. That's on me, 100%. Alright, we're gonna kill the shotgunner again. And then we're gonna... There you go. I got him to shoot himself that time. Which is the much better way for that to play out. Now, you want to keep this for later use. You don't necessarily need it too often, but it is good to keep in your inventory. Shotgun, rocket launcher, or shotgun and assault rifle are the combos that I would recommend when playing through this level. I wouldn't really try anything else. And that's a whole nother floor done with most of it skipped. And so far, we're only on 10 minutes running this level. That's really good, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. This part, you want to be careful because you're going to have to hold some enemies off for a while. Hopefully you didn't create too much of a train running behind you. And if you do, like this, a shotgun or the assault rifle are the best two for the tiny flood forms. It's just a wider range of bullets. You tend to hit more of them. And you can kind of use the big ones to your advantage to use explosive AoE damage to attack some of the other ones. Now, right there, you'll notice, is one of the terminals if you're a collector and you want to go for that, but you don't have to. You can proceed exactly like me, and you could skip even more fighting. Now, they do get wise to your ways in this last time you do it, but it's fine. So that's essentially, by the way, why it's called the library. I mean, I'm oversimplifying it a little bit, but this building was designed to contain the flood, and they're meant to be studied to understand them better is the purpose of the building. So they call it the library because if you picture a library, picture this building as the library and the flood are the books. They are the things being studied. That is the best way I can word that. Now, if you want to passive-aggressively skip a fight, do what I'm about to do. Come over here to the right, duck down in this corner, and don't move a muscle, and you could pretty much skip this entire fight. As long as you haven't aggroed anything too close to you. Just watch your radar. You're going to get real nervous, but you could pretty much sit here for this entire fight and be fine. So right now, what's happening is that door that you just walked through has closed up just like this one on the right, and you're in a very, very, very small room between two doors, and it's just sending endless enemies from two vents. They're just pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. If you come into this spot, crouch down, and if you watch the radar, they're all staying in the middle because they don't see me over here. The moment you come uncrouched or you move pretty much at all, they're going to aggro to you and flood this corner and kill you. You're just waiting for that door to open, which is on a timer. It doesn't matter how many enemies you kill. If you do this, you can do this, and you've avoided another fight. That's like a fight. That's like 5 fights I've showed you how to completely avoid. This is why I'm saying, if you played the game for many years, this level is not as scary as the first couple times through it. It is really, really a walk in the park once you've done it for years. And I hope that anybody watching this that didn't know any of these things will take this into their own playthroughs and will have a better time with this level and look at it a little differently. There's the index. 4th floor, tools, guns, keys to super weapons. Now, this part, as long as you don't panic, you're pretty much done. As long as you do not panic. I can not stress that enough. Don't panic, and the hardest is over. And don't do that. Alright, you are good. I would get yourself a health pack. And then here, if you're feeling ballsy, you can hop up there. I wouldn't worry too much about it, though. All that does is let you loop back to here, and you can keep going in and out of that tunnel until this door finally opens. So it's not really necessary. You're not heading that direction. It is just a nice way to essentially train the enemies for a little bit and give yourself a breather. This is about the size of that room that we were hiding in for the big fight, by the way. If you're trying to get a gauge for what you were avoiding. Ah! You don't really want to do that in this room too much, because they will come around the corner, and depending on what comes around the corner, you might not be really equipped to fight them off. God forbid one of the big ones turns the corner on you. You could open the door, that'd be great. And there is one final standoff right before the elevator, and then you are literally done. Not here, but as soon as that door opens, there is a standoff. Now, if you don't want to sit and fight these guys, again, you can grenade jump up into there. I'm not risking anything with this run. And especially because there's enemies waiting for you on the other side, you want to be mindful. There you go. Hey, no, that's a death. 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 That. Like, if I had grenade jumped through, I would have ended up in that on the other side with no shields. So, you really got to pick your battles with that one. And that, my friends, is the library. Like I said, if you know what you're doing, you know the ways around, and you know the little tricks, where to sit, where to fight, where to not fight, which parts to jump over. It's really just any other mission like anything else, and it's honestly easier than some of the other missions. I would argue Truth and Reconciliation is significantly harder than the library. That's really because you can't really skip any fights. But that's just my opinion. But we are going to keep moving forward, and we are going to do another mission, since we got through that so quickly. There are only 3 missions left, I believe, which would be 2 Betrayals, followed by Keys, followed by the Maw, I think. So, the next mission is 2 Betrayals. Now, if you've ever wondered about the name of this mission, a lot of people have often said online, the obvious first betrayal is 343 Guilty Sparky's betraying the Master Chief. But people always said, why is it 2 betrayals? You're supposed to consider that Cortana is also as well. 343's Guilty Spark is betraying Master Chief, and Cortana is committing betrayal by refusing to fire the Halo ring. She knows better. She knows that it's going to wipe out humanity. The ring is a weapon, but it doesn't kill the Flood, it kills their food. What the ring does is that it wipes out all living tissue and matter, which will essentially starve the Flood. So, in effect, that's how it's a weapon against the Flood. 343 is trying to get you to do it blindly. Cortana's going against the protocol here because she knows what it'll do to humanity and to all life.
I've spent the last 12 hours cooped up in here watching you toady about, hoping that thing gets sent to slit our throats.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he, your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood. Which is why we brought the index to the control center.
You mean this?
A construct in the core? That is absolutely unacceptable.
Shut up.
Sod off.
Mm-hmm.
I shall purge you at once.
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you? Oh!
Do what? I have the index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough. The Flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the Flood. You already knew that.
What I don't understand about that, right, that's always bothered me, I understand wipe out life to starve the Flood. I get that. But once you do that and the Flood's dead, who are you saving? You wiped out the life. Like, if you're from their perspective, right, are only the machines, the Forerunners, the everything that's not sentient life, are they the only things that are going to be left? Like, by intention, I'm saying. Obviously, they're the only things that are going to be left. But is the intention that, like, what you're seeing would just be life? Guilty Spark, the Sentinels, anything that has no tissue, there's just not going to be living life? And he's okay with that? Because you're not saving anything, you know what I mean? You're not saving
Look out.
anything. Alright, these are just going to hit with 4 really good pot shots and you'll be good. You move on. That's all that takes.
Activate Halo. We have to stop him. We have
To destroy Halo. And it's weird that, like, this whole game is a side quest when you think about it. Like, he said we have to destroy Halo. We're only here because we crash landed after you come out of the slip space at the end of Reach, and you end up here, and then he just lands it on Halo, and that's the only reason you're even here in the first place. Like, you never would have encountered this ring if this isn't where we came out of slip space, transitioning from Reach to Halo 1. It's the only reason you're anywhere near a ring at all, let alone this one. This mission's not too long. As long as you don't dig around this mission, it's not too long. You do have to be mindful of 2 fights that are going on out here, though. I didn't do the combat skip, so there are going to be enemies immediately here and some that are going to come out on the right. You saw that elite just run out. Now, most people probably know where this is. I'm going to show it for people that have never played Halo, and also for my editor. I'm curious if she knew about this the first time she played through, if whoever she was playing with told her this. You're supposed to go down right here, but don't do that.
Haven't located the crash site.
Go up.
You need to buy some time in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the index.
Because if you go up,
The machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. The power levels are
you can get a
enormous,
sniper, some health, and a
you can
pistol.
begin to calculate the pulse's range.
Now, I'm going to switch it to the sniper and keep the shotgun because I'm lucky enough that I still have a lot of ammo left for that. But just so you know that that is available to you. Thank you. Okay, I thought I was going to take a little damage there. I didn't mean to come off it that dangerously. We want to get to that Banshee, though, is essentially what we're doing. We just skipped the fight pretty much all the way down this. However, I am going to grab some more rocket ammo over here. You don't have to grab this, but it's good too. I am going to move around the outside here because that is the easiest way. Told you, Cam, when it comes to Halo, I'm you with a sniper. In any other game, I'm nowhere near you. But when it comes to Halo... Alright. So, we gotta time this right. We gotta let him shoot one more time. And then fly off so that he can't get you. Oh, that's a hard one to hit! Yep! Okay, we made it. That was risky. Woo! Now, you could have gone in that door down there and gone the long way, but this saves a whole bunch of time, so I wanted to show you it. And you can do this. And every time you leave one of these little spots like that right there, there will be another Banshee, so always make sure you take whichever one has full health. Be careful getting out of that Banshee, though, because it will 100% run you over, and I'm going to pretend I'm not speaking from experience. We are going to go right here. Now, your health is important in this because you're going to lose your shield every time you do one of these, so be mindful of that. Like right now, I should take a second, and I should let my health come back, because otherwise I'm going to die leaving. Let at least my shield come back. Because right there, they would have ripped me apart the moment I walked out with 1 health and no shield. You're going to have to do that, I believe, 3 times, so be mindful of that. But now when you leave, there'll be a fresh Banshee. And we really shouldn't be this far this fast. But if you come right here, it's going to be on the left is where you want to go, which is... This is where we came out of the first time when we scored a Banshee that we weren't supposed to have yet. This is where we got it. If you're remembering the map. I'm just trying to not get hit. They do have heavy weaponry down there. That grunt does have a fuel rod cannon if you can't see. And in Halo 1 is the only one where you can't use the fuel rod cannon. And it does, in fact, blow up after they die. There's like a quick delay and then it will explode. Whereas in the other Halo games you can pick it up. So be mindful of that. And then you want to be mindful here because, yep. There are a lot of enemies that'll be completely around a corner until the last possible second they can be visible. So, don't let them get one up on you. There also is going to be one coming out, I think in the second little section like that. He's going to have an RPG, and you want to be mindful of that as hell. Why did you fly so far? My grenade hadn't even gone off. How did you... What are you going to do? We're going to run up on him gangster style. Ah! Bro, piss right off, dude. I'm keeping the sniper on me because you won't find another sniper on the ground that I know of. But if you find generic ammo packs, they will refill the sniper. So... don't always focus on trying to find a sniper or whatever gun you favor. try to find standard ammo packs, and they can refill whatever you have. There are so many flood on the other side that I'm trying to avoid. Right now, this is essentially what 2 Betrayals is, if you never played Halo. 2 Betrayals is Assault on the Control Room played in reverse. You just play the level backwards with some minor changes. And this is going to open and a couple enemies are going to run out. Nope, they didn't spawn. Great. I'm happy about that. This part, you want to go up. You're going to grab a little bit of ammo and then go right back down. Mainly shotgun ammo, if that's what you're interested in. There's like 3 of them you can get up here, which you saw me just grab. You don't want to get hit by a shotgun in the process, though. So be mindful of which enemies are around you and where. Because this is going to be another tunnel over here. Yeah, that's me. That's on me, trying to rush too much. This is where I believe the rocket launcher enemy shows up for the first time. I might have thrown that prematurely, though. He might not have spawned yet. There he is. Woo! Now, if you're willing to give up your sniper for the rocket, that's the place to do it. I'm going to want it for a part coming up, so I'm willing to forfeit that sniper that we worked so hard to get. Oh, my God. Go back down the tunnel. Okay to back up. It's always fine to back up just a little bit. Come on. Fly at me. Thank you. Little bitch-ass bitch. Fuck you. Now, the problem with what I just did is I might have just blown the rocket launcher off the side of the bridge. Which is not ideal. Nope, there it is. I will die in the hill. Double bridge sequences. By the way, little Easter egg, you don't have to kill them. These guys will never harm you. I will die in the hill that double bridge sequences are harder than the entire library, and you're not going to change my mind. It's not going to happen. I hate double bridge sequences because you can't do much about the other enemies, and there's a banshee flying over you, and you have your own bridge to worry about. Hop up here. We're going to do another skip around now that I'm in a better mood. And I'm going to immediately go to the ghost because I don't have time for anybody's shit right now. No boost yet because it's Halo 1, but that's fine. No ghost boost in Halo 1. Now, this is the part that we are doing backwards. Once again, for anyone that was unaware, it is just Assault on the Control Room backwards. I'm looking for... It's right around the right side over here. A little bit of ammo and whatnot that I could use. Yeah. Having the ghost is great, but the Warthog is way faster. I will forever recommend the Warthog over the ghost in any scene where you need to make ground quickly. Here, I usually go left. I'm going to actually try going right for once. I love the sliding physics there. That's just the way that it just kept taking me. Like, that's really well done. I know. I'm going around the long ways, Cortana. Shut your trap. Alright. There are a couple banshees on the landing pad up top, if you feel like you need them. And somebody tells me, be aware of your surroundings. How about shut the fuck up forever? How about shut the fuck up forever? How about that? There you go, that red metal. You don't see that often. Holy shit. Come on. Shields, come back. Come back. Come back! He's got an RPG. I need the shields to come back. Just come back. I don't need anything else. I don't need the health. I just need the shields to come back. Jesus fucking H Christ. Fuck me. Why do the shields come back so goddamn slow? You're not going to be able to get there through there with the Banshee, but if you do want to get in it just to fight off some of the initial enemies, you can. They might not charge the door, though. Yeah, they might not charge the door. There we go. Honestly, a little bit of health is going to fix my mood right now. And I see it. Of course, they throw it in front of you and then say, but get through this first, but... Pull the trigger. Holy shit. Not die in the process is what I need to do. I'm going to go with shotgun rocket launcher. That is my combo for this section. Go! There we go. Now, you can get the ghost up here. It's pretty goddamn difficult, though. And you'll waste a lot of time, but if you want to go for it, fucking, by all means, have fun. Feels like a little bit of a bitch move, but we got it. We're good. We're making it, man. So, like, right there. There's nothing there to actually hit, but the new graphics make it look like there's something to hit. That's why I'm saying you go off the geometry of the old graphics and the look of the new graphics.
Final target neutralized. Let's get out of here.
There we go. Alrighty, so remember there is a playlist on the right if you want to continue through the game for me or go back to any of the other levels. YouTube.com/CobaltGaming and Twitch.tv/Hayes.Chase are the two places you can find me.
Unfortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna win this.
But I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging your shields. Needless to say, I think we should only try this once.
Gotta love it. And this is where we're going to appear back up on the ship and begin Keys, but we are going to do that in the next part, and I will see you next time for Keys and the Maw.